everybody. Welcome back to the Bedrock world. It is officially day 7,000, about to be day 7,001, and we are getting started. Now, there's going to be a lore segment at the end of this video, as all videos right now are, and that'll explain a little bit more about how this Bedrock world came to be. But we're going to be building some of the infrastructure that we need to actually make that happen, and the first thing we need to do is go underground and see, because we're going to be doing some technology today, some very sciencey stuff, because after all, that's the entire lore behind this world. So while the good people up here will be going about their lives and eating and farming and fishing and all that kind of stuff, we're going to be doing some very deep science. So let's do that. Oh, here we are in the lab right underneath the city, and yeah, so this is, I don't know, I'm gonna really rethink exactly how this is, because I want this area to be just, you know, RTX-y and use all the lighting and all that kind of stuff, but it is freaking dim down here. Now, outside of this window, we do have a lush cave. I want to exploit that later, but for right now, let's start where this is going to be storage, but you know what? There's a problem. You can barely get to it. It's just, this whole area layout is very confusing. So what I want is, I want kind of a main hallway, and I'm thinking that maybe the main hallway should be this way, but my concern is that this lush cave that I built, this is a handcrafted lush cave, might end up getting in the way of that. So we might be forced to actually make the main hallway go this way. So let's start with that. We're gonna dig out a 4x4 here. Probably more like a 6x6, honestly, once I get the walls put in. But yeah, I think this is going to be maybe this is going to be the main hallway. Maybe we'll do little like rooms and stuff here, but this will be the main hub. This is, after all, this is how you get to the end, and in the lore, we might end up making this be the portal. I don't know. This might be the portal of how we get in between worlds, in between Tovlin and Fixtopia. I'm not sure yet. I haven't totally decided. I'm gonna figure that out. I'm gonna admit that this RTX is gonna take some getting used to. So I reorganized my little storage room down here. That's not main storage. My main storage is still upstairs, which you can get to really fast just thanks to this water elevator. It takes you straight up to the top of the city there. And I do eventually want to have a connector from the lab into my main storage, since this is no longer a secret lab because of the nature of the lore. This is now a known lab that can be exploited. So I might end up taking these two elevators, and because right now they just go up to actually a cave, so I might take them all the way up to the top. But for now, I'm looking at this hallway and I'm trying to figure out how to get a little bit more light down here, because it's not great, and I have a lot of light. Like if I put a light here, that makes it a lot brighter. Look how much more bright that is, because the light, I think, is going out this way, where if you have it recessed, and yeah, I have a frog light in there, but the side of this wall actually blocks the light. So I was thinking, like, maybe, oh, look how much brighter that is too. I mean, I don't want this to be like daylight, but I want it to be brighter than it is currently, you know? Maybe, I mean, would a second light help? I don't think that's exactly how RTX works. I don't think it, like, magnifies the amount of light. Let's see. Is that brighter? It is slightly brighter, isn't it? Let's try the other side and see. Okay, oh yeah. It does look brighter, huh? Maybe. Now, let me slap some glass on there and see how that looks. All right, so here's some different options. I really do like the way that the RTX sort of works with regular glass panes. I just think it looks kind of cool. I don't really love this, to be honest, so let's just get rid of that. We'll just use... And actually, you know, I think I like the regular glass more because of maybe the frame or the texture or whatever, but I think I like it more than the white glass even. So let's try this and see if we can get used to it. I'm sort of experimenting here, trying to figure out... I guess that looks... I mean, that looks nice. It looks kind of sci-fi. Now, what would it look like if I put it up here? That does help, huh? Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's a lot of light, man. We're going through a lot of frog lights, which means I'm going to have to AFK at the farm more. And that does... There's a penalty in this world. This world, more so than, like, any other world I know of, there is a penalty for AFKing in this world, because when you AFK, it does, like, lower the amount of time until the cow attack. So it's kind of a big deal, you know? What do we think of that? I think that looks kind of, it looks a little officey and not that RTX, but I like the cool lighting of the white. And then look, you walk around here and there's like a torch. Isn't that crazy what a difference that is? Man, nuts. Yeah, okay. I've been trying to get used to this. I think I'm in a better place. I like how the different lights, and I do plan on using the 3 different colors of frog lights as sort of signals in addition to color for which wing of the lab that we're in here. I think this is going to work pretty darn cool. Man, I'll admit, you know, honestly, I wish I was doing this in the end, but I already have the Titan station in the Java world, and I don't want to double dip the same thing. So I'm going to keep it here. But there is part of me that's like, man, this should be on the moon base, on the asteroid base. But no, it's cool. This is cooler. We're just got to stick with it. I like this. So I've been working here doing a little bit of infrastructure work, and I now have a third set of elevators. So this elevator goes up to the medieval town. This elevator is going to go to a second floor in this area. I don't know. I might end up taking this all the way up, but it's kind of an awkward place. It kind of comes up like halfway out of a custom mountain that I built, so it's be kind of weird, but I could do it. And then this actually now goes all the way down to deep slate so that I can get deep slate here. Now, what I want to do is I want to figure out which direction from here my main deep slate mine is, because what I want to do is I want to end up like connecting it. So that way, if I'm underground and I get really far away, I can like just go up these elevators to save time and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not sure which direction it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a hallway leading that way, but I need to sort of go up there and figure out which way it actually goes. 17 days after I started this episode, and so I've been mostly mining deep slate, and I feel awesome about how much deep slate I have, and also diamonds too, so that's been super fun. Not that I really need them, honestly, but the lab's starting to come along. I'm just basically working on this hallway, just kind of putting some finishing touches, and look what I found. Now, obviously, this is a stronghold, since that is the end portal over there, but yeah, there's a library right on my path, so I think I'm going to keep this and sort of make this like my library, at least maybe the entrance to it. I don't know. It's just it's right here. I can't get rid of it. And plus, remember, this world existed pre 1.17, so this is before Deep Slate. So yeah, you can see there's like an entrance here. So I might end up keeping that too. I don't know, but right now, unfortunately, I'm out of concrete, so I need to make some more white concrete. But yeah, the idea is starting to look pretty good here. I'm actually just making some of this stuff smooth stone, because I don't know, it's getting a little harder to come by, so I may end up switching out some parts of the ceiling to smooth stone just because it's a lot easier to get. Regardless, we are starting to get there. I'm starting to get some ideas here. I think what I might do, I don't love the ceiling here being concrete. I just think it's too much. You know, I like the quartz stairs here, but I just don't think I like the ceiling, so I think I might change that out for the smooth stone slabs, and then maybe keep this lower ceiling the end site, maybe something like that. But yeah, you can just see it's starting to come along, starting to get some ideas. Oh baby, so I need another beacon in this world. I probably have some more, but I don't know where they are. I have searched pretty much all over the place, and I can't find it. I have a lot of progress to show because I've been grinding. It's now 31 days into this 7,000 day block, and I have a lot to do, but I am here in the nether, obviously, grinding wither skulls. I have 2. I need 1 more, and man, Bedrock, the grind is severe. Like, first, blazes spawn constantly. I mean, constantly. Now, you know, you get the buff of being able to like spam click, spam attack, but that's super nice. But the absolute onslaught of both skeletons and blazes attacking is crazy. Now, also, I will say there's a lot of wither skeletons spawning too, a lot more than in Java. Though I do have a farm in Java, so. You know, I've been thinking, because what I want to do is I want to connect these 2 worlds as if they're the same world. That's one of my goals, and to do that, I'm going to eventually have the ability, I'm using air quotes here, you can't see me, but I am, to transfer stuff back and forth between worlds. Which is going to be awesome. I think it's going to be a really intriguing part of the lore and all that kind of stuff. However, that all being said, I don't have that yet. So I don't want to start doing that. I want to start transferring stuff between worlds until I have the ability to do it in lore. Does that make sense? So, yeah, see? This is not a spawner. This is just like, it's just a blaze, like, I don't know, farm, I guess. I'm getting lots of blaze rods, which is actually cool, because honestly, I want a lot of end rods too. in this world because of in the underground bunker sort of area. I've been calling it a lab, and I don't want to call it a lab because it's not a lab. I think I've probably stolen that term from Dallas, who I've watched quite a bit of here over the last couple years. So I don't want. It's not a lab. It's not a lab at all. It's a. I guess it's like a. I guess it's a bunker more than anything, really. So I should use that terminology, really. Bunker. Yeah, bunker. We'll call it a bunker. Oh, geez, that guy's out of reach. You know, the other thing about Bedrock that I really wish they would get figured out is the regen time. The regen time is freaking slow. Hopefully we'll get that worked out or, you know, fixed soon. But I did get my third skull, and now I'm headed to the end to kill a wither. I hope, man, it's just been a long time. I remember specifically the Bedrock wither fight being really, really brutal, but I think you can still cheese it under the end portal, and I'm certainly going to try. Oh man, you might want to avert your eyes, because yeah, the end has a real problem. Oh. Okay, so this is my asteroid base, my asteroid, I don't know, base, I guess. Yeah, and there's some real issues here. Obviously, I was using custom textures when I built this, and I'm not going to now. I'm going to be doing sort of straight up, you know, vanilla. But yeah, we have a little bit of a problem. Look, all these jack-o'-lanterns aren't giving out light. I don't know if that affects Enderman or not. It doesn't seem like it does, actually. Or maybe it does. These should be giving out light, and they would, except for RTX makes it, like, directional, because I use jack-o'-lanterns with a different texture as my main lighting source here. I mean, this is a real problem. Well, let's go fight the wither and see what happens. Alright, well, what's the worst thing that can happen here? Luckily, you know, fortunately for me, I had actually some soul sand set up from, I think, last time I did it. And I think this is how you do it. Alright, beacon acquired, and now we are ready to figure out where we're going to put it. Because I want this to be down in my bunker. I just have to figure out a place where the light of the beacon isn't going to sort of mess up a build over top of it, because obviously it has to see the sky. And just like that, we finally got a place for this. I put it as close as I could to the lab, to the concrete place, because that's really kind of what I want this for. The reason I want to be able to make a lot of concrete as quickly as I can, and having this here. But I'm going to actually make this into kind of a feature. Since this is into an adjoining room, it works out pretty well, where we can just have like sort of a little hallway that's going to go back here, and you know, we'll use the lab for some sort of energy transfer or something science-y, getting ready for the old cow invasion. But yeah, we'll definitely have to work on this room. In fact, should we do that now? Maybe we should. I do have a decent amount of concrete built up. We could probably work on that now. Yeah, let's do that. Made some progress on this little room. I think it's pretty nice. I mean, I still, obviously, I have a lot of like decorating and stuff, but I'm starting to work out sort of how we're going to work through this stronghold, and you know, make everything look nice and pretty and all that kind of stuff, and very futury. And then, you know, I have the spider spawner here. They just started kind of working out. Look at the reflection on that, man, it's so cool. Started working out, you know, just a basic observation room. I don't think I'm gonna bother turning this into a spider farm, because like, who gives a crap? Not me. So I'm just gonna sort of make this into an observation room of some sort. I don't know what exactly. But over in this room, we're starting to get there here. I just actually made a crafting table, so we can put this down. We can actually make some of these slabs. All the stone that I've been getting just from mining out these rooms, I've just been throwing into the furnace and just making smooth stone. Yeah, I'm making smooth stone here, and then we're just going to use this for I think the ceiling. Like, why not, right? I mean, it looks okay. I would rather use andesite, but I don't have enough andesite for all this, and I don't want to have to like leave it undone. I'd really like to have the finished parts of the I was just gonna call it a lab again. The finished parts of the bunker, like, finished, right? That'd be kind of the goal. So yeah, we'll keep working on it, but it's coming along, starting to look pretty darn nice. I think you know, we need some love, but it's getting there. So I've been messing around. I'm not satisfied with one aspect of RTX, and that is the frog light, very specifically. My frog lights are not nearly as bright as, like, torches in some of the other blocks. Oh, this room's dark. So I've been experimenting. I found Faithful RTX, which is the old 32-bit. Now there is a 64 too. 64 is too much, but 32-bit is kind of interesting to me. I've never really played with 32-bit packs, and I wasn't really looking for one, but I was looking for a different RTX pack that might be a little bit brighter for specifically Froglights, and I think this one might fit the bill. And it's weird. I'm kind of getting used to it a little bit here, but it feels like a different game, this 32-bit texture. And I know it's quite popular. It's just something that I never really got into. But if you look around, like, the Froglights are definitely brighter here than they are with the Kelly's RTX pack. Here, this is what sort of got me too. I put these lights up in the ceiling, and it was so dim, I couldn't see anything, and I didn't like it. So I don't know. I might play with this one for a little bit. You have to let me know what you think in the comments down there. I mean, Faithful is obviously, it's all the, you know, regular old vanilla textures, but I don't know. It's interesting to me, you know. Now I have let's see. I could do like this. Boy, it's gonna take some getting used to here. Like, see, if I put it in there, it's not terribly dark. It's still pretty good. So I don't know. I might go with this for a little bit and see, but yeah, I like it so far. It feels like it's, now I do play with the maximum distance, all that kind of stuff. It does feel like my frames have dipped a little bit. Unfortunately, in Bedrock, you can't see it quite as easily with no F3 screen, but I don't know. You have to let me know what you think. Regardless, I think that maybe we have reached the a conclusion point for this episode. We have a absolute ton of this particular build. Not done, certainly, but you know, a ton of it worked out. We now have a little tiny mini smeltery here. We now have a concrete factory, first one I've had in this world. And actually, what I might end up doing is putting pistons underneath, like shrinking the size of this, like the stopping point, and then putting pistons underneath that push it all up, so I could actually do more all at once. I don't know, but for right now, it's totally fine. Like, it's pretty fast, and now with the beacon in there, it feels pretty instantly. Should we do this last room just at least white? Do I have? Yeah, I have some concrete. I'll tell you what I'll do. Before we end this, I'll finish this room. Just make it all at least white walls, so it looks like it's kind of done, and then we'll finish it up. I think it looks pretty nice. Boy, this texture pack, I don't know if I'm going to keep this. It's taking some getting used to here. So I ran out of glass at the moment, but I have this area over here that is all, you know, good. Like, I probably shouldn't leave that open because I think mobs might spawn. So let's just put this here. But yeah, you know, it's okay. What I want to do is I want to put light in and then some dark glass, but I don't think I've found any amethyst geodes in this world, so I'll have to find one of those and then get some of those the dark, you know, the glass that lets you see, so that I can really light this room up, but then still have spider spawn. Just because I think that will look kind of cool. Not necessary at all, but yeah, let's go and close. I don't want to get killed by spiders. And, you know, so I think the rest of this is okay for now. There's definitely a lot more work to do here, but the beginnings of it feels pretty good. So you have to let me know about the texture pack, and I'll see you in the next episode from Bedrock with Fix. By the way, the lore segment is coming up right now. Hey, okay, I know this is supposed to be the lore segment, but I've been messing around with texture packs for the last, oh man, I don't even want to admit how long. And I figured out something. So I grabbed some end rods. And yeah, so the problem is absolutely that Froglights just don't have very much light. Now, I don't know if that is a vanilla thing or not. I don't know if Froglights are supposed to not have as much light as others, but look how much more these end rods give out. Look, you can see there's no change here. The only difference, these are Froglights, very little light here on the floor, and you back up, these, all the ones on the wall are exactly the same. These are two end rods. Look, you can see, I mean, okay, it looks super cool. Like, I love how that is. So let's change out one more over here. I'm just gonna do the exact same thing here. We're just gonna put a couple end rod, oh shoot, darn it, oh no, I'm messing everything up here. I want to, how are we gonna do this? We'll put like here, and then I need a block. Give me that. Let's go. Boy, it's kind of hard to see, I'll admit. Okay, let's see. We'll put glass right there, and then like that. Let's see. Oh, look how much more light that is. So this lab could be absolutely like exactly what I wanted. So up here, these are, what are these? Are these frog lights on here? Let's see what these look like with end rods with like the, I forget what color glass this is. Magenta maybe? Is that this? Yeah, magenta stained glass. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, just like way better. There's actually end rods right here too. Now, unfortunately, what I'm not seeing is I'm not seeing red shot through here, because I'm back to Kelly's RTX again, which is actually, I prefer that for the glass. I'm not seeing like the color actually splash through. I wonder, yeah, see, that doesn't, I mean, the color looks cool with the glass, but it doesn't seem to be coming out. Let me change texture packs. Okay, so this pack is called, it's called Vanilla RTX, I think. And look, the glass is totally different. Let's see if there is, oh, yep, end rods are much brighter in this pack too. So I wonder if that is a vanilla thing. I wonder if frog lights don't give out light of 15 level. I should check that out on Java where you actually have an F3 screen. But, again though, okay, so I don't mind the glass. In fact, I kind of like the glass texture here. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing what I wanted. This is supposed to be red. Why is that so incredibly pink? Yeah, that's red. That looks very pink to me, but what I'm not seeing is I'm not seeing like the red light come out here. Like I kind of thought that would be a little bit more dramatic than it is, honestly, but I don't know. I wonder what would a torch do? Okay, let's do another experiment here. Let's go find a place over, how about over here? Okay, here we go. We'll just break these guys, and I'm gonna put 2 torches in, because torches do give out quite a bit of light, and then we're gonna try this magenta. Okay, look how much more light the torch gives than these frog lights. Okay, let's break this one too, because I don't want to have the frog light interfere. So what if we did torches? I mean, I don't like the look of the torches, of course, but yeah, that's not giving the color of light that I kind of wanted. And still, these end rods rule all as far as just total amount of light coming out. I mean, look how much brighter it is. It's crazy. Huh. All right, anyway, enough. I'll mess around with this on my own time. I guess it's all my own time. Lore segment starts officially for real now. I'm sending this message as a test through a new portal back to Dr. Tepic on Fixtopia. My name is Ancient Skeens, and I've made it to our new second home, Tovelin. This log will serve as a journal of sorts in case my mission here fails and life is destroyed by Cal in roughly 3,000 days. Well, life. I guess that's the problem. Edwin has somehow grabbed a copy, a snapshot of sorts of this world seconds before its destruction by Cal, and brought it to the exact opposite side of the sun from Fixtopia. Both planets now circle the same sun, but at opposite sides. Getting back and forth can be done, but it takes tremendous power, and getting me here took almost everything Edwin had. That's not all, though. I'm completely alone here. As I suspected, the planet itself came to our sun, but no people. Even when Edwin recovers enough to send more people here, we just don't have the bodies on Fixtopia to supply that kind of workforce. We've put every able-bodied villager to work in defense project and can't spare anymore. I'm going to get to work here, but I can't do it alone. We need people, and a lot of them.